My name is Ekaose Nwadiani. People call me EK, and I'm the owner of VanSuya Restaurant and Lounge.
I love it when I see pots of things on the stove. Can we check out what's cooking?
Yeah, let's definitely do that. Yeah, for sure. So right here we have a pot of turkey, so it's well marinated. And right here we have the Nigerian jollof rice. So if you take a look at this, it's smoky jollof rice. It's a very common meal in any occasion, birthdays, parties, funerals, or whatever it is. You must want to have it whenever you go for an occasion.
How did this restaurant start?
I moved to Canada in 2017, and when I was leaving Nigeria, my mom was trying to get me to learn how to cook because I didn't know how to cook. She knew it was going to be a struggle for me going to the places that I've never been before and not knowing how to cook, and food is a very integral part of life. And I told her that, hey, when I come here, I'm going to be able to find a girlfriend that will cook for me. But when I came to Canada in 2017, I literally couldn't see any black person. And I couldn't see the normal food that I'm used to. And it was a struggle. And I found it a very huge pain for me not being able to eat my regular Nigerian food that I'm used to. So over time, when I came here for my MBA, and I had a couple of other students who came from Nigeria, and they had the same struggle, we were thinking, how do we, solve this problem? How do we close this gap? And in 2020, during COVID pandemic, I thought about the best way to, maybe this is the right time for me to be able to introduce the Nigerian cuisine to Canadians.
The name VanSuya, where does it come from?
So when we were trying to create the business, we thought about, okay, how do we create a great name? So suya is like a very common street food in Nigeria. And then we thought about Vancouver and suya, and that's how we shortened it into VanSuya.
Because you're not just a restaurant, you're doing other things here too. What are those things?
So I call it a safe space for the Afro-Black community. So we also do a couple of events. We try to make sure we're creating activities that remind people of home. We bring artists or musicians or live music. We do a couple of games nights, just to be able to get people to have that nostalgic feeling of reminding them of home. And we find how interesting it is that we find Surrey as a hub, and a lot of Black and Afro-Caribbean people are here, and we see how people are happy. It's also helping people with their mental health, coming here to listen to Afrobeat music and connect with other people.
Now you're hoping to do something a bit more, right, with the food bank?
Yeah.
So how did this idea come about?
When I came here, I had to be independent. I had to do a couple of jobs to pay my fees. I was a janitor. I was selling credit cards in gas station, and I was living paycheck to paycheck. And I know what the struggle was. So, down the line, after we've helped a couple of people, I thought about it was the right time for us to give back to the community, and that's how we created the VanSuya Food Bank. And I've been funding it with my own personal money because I believe that that's a champion cause, and I really want to impact the community and solve food insecurity among the Afro-Caribbean community.
How do you want to see the food bank grow then?
When I wanted to open the restaurant here, I couldn't find any Black person who has set up this kind of establishment before that I could learn from. And over the course of time, I did start from my home, right? And I know a lot of people are also doing businesses at home, and they don't know what steps and how to even navigate the industry. So I also want to be able to provide mentorship for people trying to get into the food and beverage industry, and also try to develop people's skills in learning how to cook.
What does your mother think about you having a restaurant now?
I mean, she's super proud of me and my dad. They've always known that I wanted to go into business, and I've always wanted to create a legacy for the family. I'm the first child, so I had a couple of pressure to be able to stand out, and they're super proud of me, and they support me a lot. My mom just called me a couple of minutes ago because I bring in all the ingredients from Nigeria, and she helps me create them and deal with the farmers, and that we support back home to be able to make all our ingredients that we ship out and we use. Because all our ingredients are shipped back from Nigeria to make it authentic. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. So it's like the good stuff.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to make it a home away from home restaurant, right? So that's what it is. Yeah.
It's amazing to think that you came in 2017, you started a business in 2020, and now you feel like I can do more and give to the community. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we need that, and with Canada creating a great space for us. I remember when I started my business, I was just having a work permit. I wasn't even a permanent resident, but now I'm a citizen. But it encourages people who are immigrants that when they come here, they can live their Canadian dream.
That